Okay, I welcome you to another episode of Learning Stories. Today we have a very special guest, Amin Sheikh, someone who I consider my brother and a dear friend. A little bit about Amin before we jump into this conversation. Amin was born and brought up on the streets of Mumbai. After 3 years of struggle as a little boy at the age of 5, he moved to the Snehasadan organization. With the help of three wonderful people who showed him unconditional love, he was able to transform his life at that time. Over time, he got his driver's license and started a travel company called Sneha Travels. He also wrote a book about his journey and then used the proceeds from that book to start a cafe in 2016. Today, the cafe is called Barcelona LibraryCafe, and he uses the proceeds from that cafe to support street children and other youth who want support in that organization. He's got a wonderful foundation called Street Angels Foundation, and he uses the proceeds from the cafe to also support a nursery and preschool program. So, I mean, I there's a wonderful quote from you that I remember seeing a video where you said that if the world is bad, you have to be nice, and this has always stayed with me. And for the listeners that are tuning in, I wanted to say that I met Amin over 10 years ago. He was actually selling the books outside Kala Goda at the Kala Goda festival, and that's when I first came across your story. And your story has stayed with me for a very long time, and I also was fortunate to work with Snehasadan and do a session there through my work. And that's when I also heard about the work of Snehasadan. So, I mean, to start this interview off, the first question I wanted to ask you is let tell me a little bit about growing up on the streets of Mumbai. Where did your story start off? And if we can start from there, that would be great.
So growing up, the street, first of all, is not been easy life. Many people think, wow, we grew up in the street. But there's no wow. It's sad in a way. And start, of course, with my family because my family was not capable of managing three kids. My father was alcoholic. So my mother was working in somebody home, cleaning and all. So it was not easy. And then my mother left my father and she married to other man. My stepfather was not very kind or caring or loving. He used to hit me with the belt. He used to hit me with the bamboo. So I know that when I was 5 years old, I started working. When I started working, my first job was in a bakery, and I could not even carry a tray. So I told my mother, "Ma, can you change my job?" So I started working in a tea shop. When I started working in a tea shop, sadly one day I broke all the glasses. All the tea was on the floor, and I knew that what's going to happen. So finally, I ran away from there and I arrived to Malabar station in the north of Mumbai, sat down for many hours. The first time I saw many children begging, many children pick up the food from the garbage and eat, many children were doing wood polish, many children singing in the train, thinking in my head what I should do, become this character or try to go back home. But of course, try to go back home. My mother was hard, bad, but at the end of the day, she gave me a bath, gave me eat, but I was not brave enough. I came back. I fallen asleep on the station. The first night only somebody come and raped me. I could not understand what's happening, why he doing this, why he's hurting me. So it was hard for me to understand. It took me 6 months to understand how to protect myself on the station. After 6 months, I could kill anybody. I could break head anybody. And that's how I lived for like these 3 years, not for 3 days, not for 3 months, 3 years. I learned how to beg. I learned how to rob. I learned how to carry a suitcase on my head. I learned how to, picking up the garbage and selling in a recycle places. Did many things that much more than people can even imagine. Involved with the drugs, worked with the prostitutions, worked with the prostitution area, with the drugs, selling here, bringing whatever they asked me to do. Yes, but that experience teach me and show me the world is not what you believe, what you see. The world is beyond this. It's harsh, it's hard. Maybe some people are very lucky, some people are very privileged. But beyond this privilege, there's the harsh reality that nobody want to change it. Even though people say we want to change it, but somehow I don't know how long it will take to change it because life has been suffer, you know, life had been hard, and I think it's not nice. I'm yesterday, But still today, if you see, the children life is still the same path, you know. And yesterday, this happened, whatever happened, I'm very lucky to meet beautiful people in my life. I'm very lucky to meet Sister Seraphine, the first person who come to us to remove us from the street. Even though when she came to us, we took a stone, we hit her, and we told her, please go away, if not, we kill you. But she did not go away. She remained there. She stayed there for 3 hours. She tried to convince me, convince my sister, convince my friend Firoj, and bring us to one of the most beautiful homes called Snehasadan. When I came to Snehasadan, Snehasadan doesn't have a much. We have like my sister went to the girls' house, I went to the boys' house. We only have a floor. We have 2 short pants, 2 broken t-shirt, 1 plate, 1 glass, 1 rubber for 1 year, 1 sharpener for 1 year. We have pencil and notebook for 6 months, and we have a small almari. I remember very clearly, an auntie said with the dandi like this: if you lose any of this thing, you have to bamboo or you have to be a chicken, murga banna. So that's something. But believe me or not, trust me or not, looking at my life from the back, looking at the life of today people have most of everything. But if you see today, people are in psychological disorder, people are in depression, people become very materialistic, In our time, we don't have much. But what they feed us in my home, Snehasadan, the values. The values with love. No one raped me. No one had come to put me drugs. No one hate me. No one punched me. No one broke my jaw, or do something bad thing with the drugs. Something that value that had feed Snehasadan to us is beyond. Today, children in Snehasadan have the chicken tandoori, chicken biryani, McDonald's, all this. Is the value has gone. The children are not happy as children used to be happy with the broken clothes, where auntie uncle used to teach how to stitch your clothes, the broken one. Or, when we're going to school, we used to walk to school without shoes, without chappal, 3 kilometers going, 3 kilometers coming back happily. And then auntie will ask a question to us, we will explain. But today you ask, it's so different. The life has transformed of today world is more materialistic, feed. The value has removed it out from the human values, And that's why you see in our country also the human values become zero. There is no values. I mean, I don't see there is a values of human that you feel that there's a values exist, It's like that. It's something I think I'm lucky. We're lucky to meet the most beautiful people who've been working for others. Now it's like how other people work for you. Even if you see in the street, person who cleaning the street, they say, hey, mere niche 4 log kaam kar. I have 4 people who working under and my hand. So I don't know what's going on with people, where we're supposed to be building in an education sense of humanity and equality. We have become the highest educated. We have become the highest smartest. We arrived to the moon. We are going to Mars. We are doing all the scientification thing. But we cannot build a basic thing what human being need in this planet. It's something that we fail. And I think it's something is not nice. Why we have failed with this, I have no idea. I understand India was a poor country before, but India is the richest country in the world. Yeah. But we are still failed to build the basic thing what humans need, how we can build the basic thing what humanity need, And we are talking about a very nice hoarding board, sentence. I look at it yesterday also when I was going on the highway. What a nice sentence they have put it, about going green. But at the same time, you see all the construction work. Bombay was never been a grey city. It has been a village. It has been a farm. It has been an island. We had destroyed these with the Greeks, It's something that, before you can find a place, even my orphanage, you see the best property they have in Bombay, But today, if you want to build something for charity or solidarity, you look for the property. It's impossible. Somebody will tell you, let's do this something beautiful, What is my profit? What is my loss? How much I will get out of it? I think it's something we are not doing right. Something we are doing huge, something wrong. But yes, everyone around the world are talking about children are future. When children are supposed to be a flower of the garden. We are adults supposed to be a future, not the children future. It's something we are implanting very wrong ideas in a human race of any human being. You look at us 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, like an idiot, the answer will be children are future. So you did all your life bad things and you're expecting children to do good things. How is possible? You being as a 60, 59, 80 years old could not do good thing, but you're expecting children to do good thing. I think it's something is not nice. If something has to change, if you've been calling yourself educated, you've been calling yourself are smart as a whatever you believe, and I think it's something has to change. We can't be going on implanting and shouting and screaming and putting a very nice hoarding board and sentence when we are doing something very bad. I think I don't want to be part of the world, and this is what I try to teach my kids of my project, that you don't do what world and society do. What world and society do is ignorance. Today, if you see in our Bombay city also, if you're a bachelor, you cannot have apartments. You think it's nice? If my child tomorrow become 18 years old, he needs to have his own space. Just because he's not married, he cannot have apartments or he cannot rent a house because he's bachelor. I think it's not nice. It's something that if society doing this, is something that all of us has to say no. Children do have a right to rent the apartment, rent the places. Give them opportunity, give them the space. Nobody has to be interfering in what they're doing. Okay, if they're doing wrong, there is a police, there is a law. We'll try to fix it, you complain about it. But you don't decide someone's life, that no, this person should not have the, I think there are a lot of things we are doing completely wrong,
And
Look, in abroad, 16 years old child can go rent a house with a group of bachelor people and they can do whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
But our children cannot do what they want. Somebody always want to decide what they want to do and how they should do it. They are not doing right, but they're expecting children to do right things. I think it's not nice. If you are not a good example, you do not expect your children to be a good example. The real education starts from the home, from the family. It doesn't start in the schools and college and university. Yeah. College, university, schools is just a certificate that we want, all of us want it, just because we want the best job. Just, so if you look at the past and look at the present, it's the same. From the black and white photo, we become color photos. So we've been a slave for the king and queen, and now we are slave for the big companies. So there's nothing has changed, Right. And that's something that we try to tell our children, you work for yourself, do something beautiful. You serve, you're born to serve. You do serve, but you do not become a slave for someone who will tell you, sit down, don't do this, don't do that. It is something is not nice. And that's something what I learned from my home. They feed me a values, and that values carry me to understand that I have a name. Before, look, my name was the garbage boy, Kachrewala, Chotu, wood polish, a different name. But today people recognize me by Amin Sheikh. When even I start my dream, I still remember, as you see me on the street when I'm selling my book, begging on the street. Most people say, don't beg, it's not nice. God will bless you, don't worry, God will give you. But I don't see any gods coming to build my cafe. I think it's something is wrong implementation that people want to remove their hands and where it's supposed to be helping hands. तो किसी को अगर हमारे देश में हाथ निकालना होगा, if somebody want to remove the hands ना, they will चिटकाओ you one nice sentence, God bless you, all the best, congratulations. And that kind of people I never stand. The moment somebody say congratulations, God bless you, all the best, I knew that person will never do anything. So better don't waste your time. Walk away and put your action on. And that's what I did. It took me 6.5 years begging on traffic signal, selling my book 26,000 copy. After 6.5 years, building a cafe in reality, running a cafe for last 9 years with ups and downs, with all the crazy things. It's not been easy. More people came from abroad to help than my own country, my own people. Why they came from abroad? Because they don't see a child on the street. So for them, it's very difficult to see a child on the street. For us, it's normal. Poor, बेचारा भिखारी है, ठीक है, चलो. I don't understand how we can be so ignorant.
Like, there's so many important things you said there, I mean, because I think it's some things we don't realize the impact of some of the things will.
Actually, it's not about don't realize. People don't want to realize.
Yeah.
You tell me in a huge society, front of your society, you see huge slum.
Yeah.
And you see how bad condition. But that slum people who cleaning your floor, washing your bathroom, cleaning your drivers are there. But you ever think all society come together and say, let's do something beautiful front of us, we do something beautiful? I'm not saying build a palace, but what I'm trying to say is, maybe change can come, difference should be there, 1, 2, 3. But difference are not nice from 1 to 100 or 1,000, right? And caste system we can still not remove in India. And we are talking about what? Humanity. कितने अच्छे शब्द हम use करते हैं. How nice, a beautiful sentence we use. How smart we are, but how dumb the same time we are. But what makes us not to be smart, being something, how we can build humanity and equality? वो हमारे में होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि हम राजा महाराजा के जमाने के हम. You ask somebody, even my own mother will say, hey, I am not from, what do you think my khandan, from family you're coming from? Are your khandan what? You cannot take care of 3 children in your life. What is you're talking about your khandan? It doesn't, I think is something is not nice when you don't see your reality. Yeah. And you don't want to see your reality with reality around you. But yes, everybody want to be a boss in this country. मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, रोड पे झाड़ू मारने वाला जब बोलता है कि मेरे नीचे 4 लोग काम करते हैं. So imagine what the one person who working in an office or running the office of 2,000 people will say, मेरे नीचे 2,000 लोग काम करते हैं.
I mean, what did you learn from? You said there are 3 people that showed you unconditional love. I wanted to ask you, like, what did you learn from each of these people that changed your life?
See, Father Placid, Sister Seraphine, Eustace, these are the real hero of my life. These real heroes had a different implant on me. One is found me and brought me home.
Yeah.
One is I ran away and brought me again back. That's Father Placid. Father Placid, I still remember we went to look for the cafe. I will not tell the name of the fathers. There are some fathers on Mahakali. They had a huge land where people was making pipi, kaka, throwing the garbage and all. Father went with me, not telling the fathers that he is a father. But he told me before he entered in the office, he said, observe, listen, and act. Don't say anything. And Father Placid was very calm person. He sit down. I don't know if you have met him or not, but he is the transformation of 41,000 life of 52 years in this country. Yeah. That one man has transformed 41,000 children life. I am one of them. Yeah. And when Father Placid went with me, and very humble, very kind, very caring, very loving, he said, hello, Father, this is my boy. He has a dream to start BombaytoBarcelona LibraryCafe for the street children like, him. Because he is a street kid. He grew up and he, how rudely that he said, who are you? And Father, I wanted to say something. Father said, he said, no, I came here because you have a land on the back. He will like to have this land to build a beautiful garden cafe, and give a transformation to your land and building a beautiful garden cafe for the, for society. They say, yeah, we have other plan. Get up, please go out of the office. You being a father, educated as a director, sitting on that chair because you jumping on that power, you are insulting one person who was like almost your age, around 75 in that time. You are insulting him in that way. Father came out and told me, you see, always you need to learn. There is a power, there is a way, and they will show you who you are. And that something hit me very strong because I said, I need to punch it out. I'm not going to be a powerful person or I want to be having a power to show the world, yeah, look, this is what I done. No. Whatever I miss in my life, I build it in reality. Very simple manner by begging 6.5 years on traffic signal, selling 26,000 copy, done 8,115 talks of today, including you. Okay? High university to low university all around the world, I have talked, and all the idiots I met of the high educated people. Very nice. Congratulations. God bless you. Why? मतलब वो हमारे गुलाम है, राइट? तुम्हारे बच्चे हैं, बाकी के बच्चे तुम्हारे गुलाम हैं। क्यों दूसरे बच्चे बच्चे नहीं होते क्या? Just because it's not your own blood, it's not your heart. I think it somewhere has to change. Children are children. Everyone should receive the same opportunity. अगर opportunity मिलने के बाद अगर वो नहीं कर पाते हैं, that's a different evaluation manner of understanding of humanity, what sense, how we can bring. And I think it's something is very important. And that's why I think I'm not going to say I change the world. I believe when you change one life, you automatically change the world. So until now, for last 9 years of our project of BombaytoBarcelona LibraryCafe, we transform 130 children life. I bring 10 children to Europe. Every year I bring one child to Europe. Out of 10, 5 today are become most successful story because of their hard work, their belief, and what they was expecting in life, the opportunity. Khushbu become fashion designer. There is a shop here in the cafe. Sai become rapper. Now he teaching in Dharavi to all the children. Uma become a teacher. She running the school. So we open our school, Little Guru Nest, where we said your child is the best teacher. You don't try to be as an adult, try to be a teacher. You are a teacher. I understood. But you are a teacher what you want to understand, not what you want to understand the children. So you look at the best teacher of the schools and say, look at you idiots. How can you call your child, in front of all other children, idiots or something, or donkey? My own teacher called me a donkey. I think it's something what I don't like from people. When you are intelligent, you understand better than others, it doesn't give you mean of powers to put someone down. If you understand, it's beautiful. Your knowledge is beyond, but you do not have a right to put one person down and climbing on that powers, thinking that you understand better than him or her. So I think it's something has to change. It's something has to be transformed, our society, our life. We being as an Indian, we are very proud of all the bad things. I think we should not be proud of all the bad things. Try to start doing something good, implanting in all our life on human rights. And I think it's our responsibility. No gods will come and fix it. As many people are so proud of the population, they said, yeah, we broke the China record.
It's not, yeah.
It's simple language of humanity. अगर मैं ट्रेन में नहीं घुस सकता हूँ, मैं बस में नहीं घुस सकता हूँ, तो मेरा वो दो दिल से बना हुआ एक बच्चा है, वो कैसे घुसेगा? How the child will enter in that train or bus? जब आप नहीं घुस सकते, तुझे आएला, तुझे घुस रहे आत्मधि घुस. When you cannot enter yourself, how are you expecting your child to have a space on that bus, on that train? It's something very important to understand. Do what we can. अभी आप our society how it work. अभी पहले तो 21, 22, 18 में बोलते शादी नहीं हुई अभी तक. अभी 25, 23, 27 हो गए तो बोलते अरे you should get married, you should have a baby, you should have a family. Really? I cannot walk on the street, I cannot breathe properly, but I should have a family.
There's a
I think
responsibility.
kahin na kahin we are involved with each of us on the bad thoughts and the bad idea that we start listening by people, by society. There is something is ignorance. I think it's not nice. It's something has to change. I don't want to be a part of that 50 years waiting and then change will come when I cannot walk on the street properly.
And like that's what I wanted to know. Like in the cafe, like Bombay to Barcelona cafe, like that story, the stories you said of the children that are coming through your cafe and are making their lives. I think those are such powerful stories. Like, can you tell me a little more about?
So good thing I think I will not take the credit. So for me, I think I will give the credit to my kids of the cafe. Who actually not the kids. I call them my kids like a father, like a big brother.
Yeah.
They are above 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the beautiful thing that children bringing each other. And that what make them strength because they see it, his life is changing. Like one of our girl now becoming a model.
Yeah, I saw your post.
That you see that, that after 6 years waiting for the dreams to. And I told when I met her, I said, Jyoti, I see that you will become one day model. But of course we have been working. Of course they are beautiful people, not for my country, because when I knocked the some models agency here in Bombay, you know what they want to use? And Jyoti told me that, brother, they try to look at me in a different angle. I'm not comfortable. They try to use me. It's something it doesn't work. Knocking to Europe, Malta tried to contact, thanks to beautiful Charles and Ron. Took her for training. Jyoti had never been as a model. They took her for training, give her time, give her opportunity, give her the clothes, give her comfort, make her sure this is how the modeling work, make her comfortable space. And now if you see the post yesterday and they publish it, the Door Boutique, one of the big fashion boutique in Malta, had took Jyoti as a giving a child opportunity. They understood the child need the opportunity. हम क्यों नहीं करते ये? There is if you see, there is a slum girl from Bandra. There's a foreigner taking a photos of her in America now. Today is in the high top model she become, of 13, 14, 15 years old girl from the bandstand, from the slum. You type in a Google, you will check it out. Slum girl become top highest model. It's not become model because of our country. It became a model because somebody believed in it, that beauty, and took another way and worked day and night, knock the doors, knock the places, bring the opportunity. हम क्यों नहीं कर पाते? Why we cannot do it? What make us not to do it? मेरा profit क्या है? मेरा loss क्या है? How much money I will make over it? What luxury car I will have it? यही हमको पड़ी है, यही हमको करना है. मेरा 3 बेडरूम कैसे बनेगा? 2 BHK कैसे बनेगा? भिखारी अगर वो स्लम में है तो 1 BHK कैसे बनेगा? यही हमको बनाना है. It's not right. I think something has to change. Somewhere down the line, we have to transformation be part of good, how we can bring our country, our people, beautiful manner, giving opportunity. Doesn't matter who you are, what you believe, what matter, how much you believe in one life is important.
And I
think
think
is something has to change. And that's something what look, Robin, when you come to cafe, Robin is something had been rejected with so many job places because Robin is a special kid. He's dreamed to be a singer. We're working day and night to make fine platform for him. He's dreamed to be a singer. So when we do live concert, Robin will sing the concert. He will make the concert start. He will make the concert end. So this is something that each of them, Jyoti running the canteen, Gopala become public relation, running a canteen in Bandra, because they created their own space. They created their own identities. All they needed is the opportunity. And I created that opportunity because somebody created opportunity for me. And this is how we need to understand that our human race will not take anything in life. But of the most beautiful gift of every human on this planet has, we can always give back something. We can't take it, but we can always give back something beautiful. हम दे सकते हैं लेकिन लेके नहीं जा सकते. अगर ये इंसान सीख लिया ना, लाइफ झिंगा लगा. अगर this is not something we learn ना, I promise you achieve the most beautiful bungalows, your most beautiful rich man. I tell you, you are the most empty person on your life. And somebody else will enjoy what you have. I maybe have nothing, but what I'm holding is the love around me. The people all around the world are contacting me, calling me in a very beautiful manner. Hi, Amin Sheikh. Hello, Amin Sheikh. Can we come? Can you come to our place? Can you come? And it's something, yes, I created my identity, by work and by beautiful people who walk with me to believe in ideas of how to build a humanity and equality. And I think that's what end of the day is matter. I'm not going to say I'm a God, I'm a machine to change the world. I believe in a very simple manner. If I change one life, I change the world. Being uneducated, being zero education, if I can bring this transformation, I think the world and society can do 1,000 million times better. If not, we have to stop talking about change.
Yeah.
The change will not fall from the sky.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility. We can't blaming the children.
And Like, I mean, what is your connection to Barcelona? You know, that special connection. Like, why?
See, the
What you
first
felt
thing
about
I will
Barcelona?
tell you, because Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe is not just the name, it was my first flight ticket. When my boss asked me on Christmas, what do I want? I told him first nothing, and then he told me, no, tell me what you want. I told him, take me to Barcelona, Spain, Catalonia. I want to visit the place. And he insulted me in front of his friend. Look at the bloody driver. Don't have 2 rupees in the pocket, want to go to Spain. I start to cry. I told him, sir, I'll be bloody driver rest of my life. There is no problem. That's my reality. You asked me what I want, I told you what I want, right? You being a boss, you're expecting me to talk as a street boy, behave nicely, talk with you nicely, but you can talk however you want, isn't it? So as a simple manner, I did not told you when you ask me 50 rupees, 100 rupees, hey, kya boss, you don't have 50 rupees in your pocket, no, right? So you expecting me to talk nicely, I believe that is good. But then I'm leaving my job tomorrow. You please ask someone else, And I think that was my biggest point of fighting in my life, that I will serve, but I will not become somebody's slave.
Yeah,
I was very clear in my head.
yeah,
I will serve all my life as a human being. But somebody will try to make me a slave. It's not my place.
right.
That's it. And then I decided to leave the job. In the middle of night, he came, make me a beautiful Christmas card. Merry Christmas, Amin. 2003, 27 April, we go to Barcelona. Imagine being as a child, we did not have a cycle. We used to rent a cycle in my orphanage for 10 rupees, 5 rupees. Okay. हम लोग 3 friends we used to go and see the plane, how the plane fly. Become a driver, waiting for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours at the airport, thinking, what happened behind this door? Everybody coming with the big suitcase, so happy. When I entered in that door in 2000, everything was special for me. I start begging on a counter. This is my first flight. Can you give me a window? My boss slapped me. He said, don't beg. I don't like it. Arrived to Europe. The first thing hit me in Barcelona. I did not see a child on the street. I did not see a family leave besides the road. हमारे एयरपोर्ट के बाहर हम निकलते हैं, हमने ब्रिज बनाया है, उसके ब्रिज के नीचे लोग कीड़े मकोड़ों की तरह रह रहे हैं. देखिए किस बात का नाज है मुझे नहीं मालूम. आई डोंट नो. आई आस्क क्वेश्चन दिस. हमारे देश में इतने सारे बच्चे हैं रोड पे, फिर भी हम प्राउड करते हैं. यस, वी आर द बेस्ट कंट्री. ऑफ कोर्स वी आर द बेस्ट कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड बिकॉज वी हैव अ पावर बाय नेचर, नॉट बाय अस. हमारी नेचर, हमारा जो ये है, ये बहुत पावरफुल है, लेकिन हमने उसकी वाट लगा के रखी है. कटिंग पे कटिंग, कटिंग पे कटिंग. ऑरोविल में कितना सारे ट्री उन्होंने काटा है. कट बाय गवर्नमेंट ओनली. अभी गवर्नमेंट को बोलेगा कौन गवर्नमेंट, गवर्नमेंट कौन है क्या मालूम, मुझे क्या मालूम कौन है गवर्नमेंट. कोई तो है ना, तभी तो काटा है वो लोग. So much tree we are cutting in this country. But yes, we want progress country. We cut the tree, we build all the boxes of the graves, and that's it. We have 280 to 350 pollution in our city. Imagine, Bombay had never, I imagined like that as a child. लेकिन हम proud है. Bombay is a dream place, but not destroy place. You can't do this.
Yeah.
And it hurt me. I'm born in this green village, not born in a grey place. ठंडी का एहसास होता था, बारिश का एहसास होता था, धूप का एहसास होता था. अभी किस चीज का एहसास होता है? लेकिन हाँ, we should be very proud what we have tasked from Bombay. हम चल नहीं सकते हैं, हम घुस नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन इसकी माँ की उसकी माँ की हम बोले. It's very sad.
Yeah.
I think it's something not nice. I'm very happy. I don't want to do what world and society. Very simple.
Yeah.
What I do is sit down with me in the table, same to same, but sit and talk as a human being. That's what I believe, and that's what I tell my children. You do not do what the world and society do. जो हम करते हैं वो करो, उसके बाद में हमसे बैठ के बात करो. For you. मेरे स्कूल में ना A for apple, B for ball नहीं टीच करते. In our school, we teach the children according to children's mind. Because every child is important. नहीं, but वो स्मार्ट है. देखो, You look how smart he is, but how idiot you could be. You know, it's something that you cannot judge your child with other children. It's your baby, however it is. आपके बच्चे ने आपको नहीं बोला है पापा मामा आई वांट टू कम टू द वर्ल्ड, आपने लाया है ना, अब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी संभालो, जिम्मेदारी संभालो उसको। अगर वो गिरता है आप भी गिरो, उसको उठाओ, लेकिन गिरते हुए को और गिराओगे, डोंट एक्सपेक्ट द चाइल्ड टू बी अ बेटर प्लेस। नहीं होगा। आप उसकी ताकत बनो, उसकी मजबूरी नहीं। लेकिन वो बताएंगे, उसको जताएंगे, लुक हाउ मच मनी आई स्पेंड ऑन यू, लुक व्हाट आई डिड फॉर यू। नहीं लाना था, घोड़ा ले लेते मार्केट से, गधा ले लेते। और जो जताना है जताओ। दो दिल से एक दिल बनाते हो। हाँ, वो आपका बच्चा है, वो आपका दिल है, आप उसको जज कर रहे हो, क्या है, क्यों, व्हाई यू हैव टू जज योर चाइल्ड। सबको लगी पड़ी है, लुक एट हर। नहीं, क्यों नहीं, मत करो, डोंट डू दैट। योर चाइल्ड इज योर चाइल्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू हाउ व्हाटएवर इट इज, it's come from you and not come from somewhere sky.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere down we have to change our manners, our behaviors, our responsibility. हमको अपनी जिम्मेदारियों नहीं होना बहुत जरूरी है। And I think it's something, ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी होती है कि हम बच्चों को किस तरीके से, अगर आप बच्चों को अच्छा सिखा नहीं सकते हो, अच्छा बता नहीं सकते हो, अच्छा दे नहीं सकते हो, तो आप बच्चे से क्यों एक्सपेक्ट करते हो कि वो अच्छा करे?
Yeah.
क्यों करते हो एक्सपेक्ट? आप इंश्योरेंस दे दो उससे अच्छा, बच्चे मत बनाओ। अगर बच्चे को इंश्योरेंस बनाना था तो आप इंश्योरेंस कर दो ना, मार्केट में इंश्योरेंस मिलता है ना आपको। I feel sad for our kids that they born in this country as an insurance. बुढ़ापे की लाठी बोलते हैं हम, क्योंकि बच्चों को बुढ़ापे की लाठी नहीं होनी। अगर आपने अच्छा फीड किया है, बच्चा ऑटोमेटिकली आपकी लाठी बनेगा, आपकी ताकत बनेगा, मजबूरी नहीं बनेगा। लेकिन वही बच्चों को कोर्स करोगे, वो 18, 19, 20 का आ जाए, देखो बेटा अभी शादी करना है आपको, बच्चे पैदा करना है, बिकॉज यू नो आई एम गेटिंग ओल्ड, आई एम बिकमिंग ग्रैंडफादर, व्हाट हैपेंड टू यू सिक पीपल? उनको बम रखने के लिए जगह नहीं है घर में। बच्चा तो आप आपके खुद के बच्चों को आप गाड़ी में नहीं लेके जा सकते हो, ट्रेन में नहीं जा सकते हो, आप वेटिंग लिस्ट में हो। क्या हो गया हम लोगों को? हम बच्चों को हवाई में दे ही सकते हैं, खेलना कूदना बैठना, अच्छा खाना अच्छा पीना। But yes, we are progress country. We are very, very well. Amazing. I don't know. I think as a human being, we are getting failed.
Yeah.
As education, supposed to be humanity and equality, where we're becoming education today. जिनके पास पैसा है उनको एजुकेशन दे दो, जिनके पास पैसा नहीं उनको लाइन में लगाओ, या फिर उनको ही गुलाम बनाओ, आपके कंपनी का, आपके दुकान का, आपके घर का। हर इंसान हमारे देश में गलत कर रहा है और ये गलती के लिए हम जिम्मेदारी है। We do not have to be telling somebody else to be responsible. We are responsible what we do. आप अच्छा करो, आपकी प्लेट में अच्छा ही होगा। आप अच्छा नहीं करोगे, you do not have a right to ask in your plate good things. आज हमने अच्छा किया तो आज हमारे प्लेट में अच्छे लोग हैं, अच्छे लोग की ताकत है। अच्छे लोग की वजह से हमारा कैफे चलता है। 2 अच्छे लोग लाते हैं 4 अच्छों को, 4 अच्छे लाते हैं 10 अच्छों को। जिस दिन अच्छे लोग बंद हो जाएंगे, कैफे भी बंद हो जाएगा। तो ये अच्छे लोग हमारे बच्चों का पेट भरते हैं, उनके सपने बनाते हैं, उनका घर बनाते हैं। मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं छोटा सा लाइट हूँ जो मैंने बिलीव किया उसको स्पार्क करने के लिए। बड़े लाइट हो अच्छे लोग, पूरी दुनिया से, हर दुनिया से लोग आते हैं हमारे कैफे में, सब अच्छे लोग आते हैं, उनको कोई ईगो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उनको कोई कुछ तकलीफ नहीं है। हमारे बच्चों को आके यहाँ सिखाते हैं, अच्छा खाना सिखाते हैं, अच्छा बोलना सिखाते हैं, उनको इंग्लिश सिखाते हैं, उनको सब कुछ बोलते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं। प्रॉब्लम किधर है? आप मुझे बोलो प्रॉब्लम किधर, मैं प्रॉब्लम निकालता हूँ, क्योंकि जिंदगी में प्रॉब्लम से ही बड़ा हुआ हूँ ना। तो एक ही चीज सिखाया लाइफ में, प्रॉब्लम को कैसे निकालना है। क्योंकि जिनके नसीब में प्लेट में सब बनाया बनाया मिलता है ना, उनको साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर हो जाता है। क्यों? छोटी सी प्रॉब्लम बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। जिनके नसीब में प्लेट में सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम है ना, वो ये सोचते हैं कि मैं अच्छा कैसे बनाऊं, हाउ आई मेक समथिंग गुड ब्यूटीफुल आउट ऑफ इट। ये फर्क है। जिनके प्लेट में सब कुछ है वो साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर हो रहे हैं, उनको समझ भी नहीं आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है। जिनके नसीब में कुछ नहीं है, हर अपॉर्चुनिटी को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं लेवल, यही फर्क, यू नो।
A beautiful thought. I mean, and
कुछ,
like,
that's what my life, and I don't believe I've changed something. I believe the world can change better manner. All of us can change in a very beautiful way, and it's something is our responsibility. हम बच्चों के फ्यूचर बनना चाहिए, बच्चे हमारे फ्यूचर नहीं, बच्चे हमारे फ्लावर ऑफ द गार्डन्स हैं, वो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, इट्स आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू टेक केयर ऑफ इट। वो गिरते हैं, हम उनकी ताकत बने, उनकी मजबूरी नहीं, बस यही सिंपल है। और आई थिंक आई एम नॉट फाइटिंग, आई एम फाइटिंग विद द होल वर्ल्ड टू टेल ओनली वन थिंग, डोंट प्ले विद चिल्ड्रन। आई रियली टेल यू, चिल्ड्रन आर इनोसेंट।
yeah,
उनमें वो ग्रीड नहीं है, ग्रीड हम बड़ों में, कि हम भूल गए कि हम भी कभी बच्चे थे, हमारे भी वही अच्छे अच्छे सपने थे। आई थिंक इट्स समथिंग वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड आवर पास्ट इन द प्रेजेंट।
and
It's simple. If I can do it, I think you can do better than me. If not, घर पे बैठ के खाली टीवी का चैनल चेंज करते रहना कि दुनिया ऐसी है, वर्ल्ड इज लाइक दैट, वर्ल्ड इज लाइक, बट डोंट डू समथिंग आउटसाइड योर होम। मत करो, क्यों करना है? हमारा घर सेफ है ना, हमारे पास तो पैसे है, गाड़ी है, घोड़ा है, जो भी है, ठीक है, अच्छी बात है। कितना दिन रखेगा? Nothing is permanent in this world. Not you, not me, neither this planet. Everything is temporary. So do what you believe and you will pay for it. You do good, I promise you get good. But you thinking you're doing good and doing bad something beyond, believe me, you will pay very bad.
yeah, like,
Karma बोलते ना, चाहे वो भगवान अल्लाह है या नहीं है मुझे नहीं मालूम, लेकिन karma exists है. It really exists.
yeah,
You pay, you get it. You do good, I promise you will get good. Your good should be unconditional, not because you're expecting, this and that, this is what should happen, that should happen.
and like, I mean, like, how through Bombay to Barcelona Cafe, like, how are you? What is your vision with Bombay to Barcelona Cafe? I mean,
See, vision is in reality. I don't believe in a vision. Whatever I believe,
yeah,
my belief was my power.
yeah,
My problem could come if I do not believe it. Even though many people said, not possible, nobody will buy this book, nobody will take this book. Today, yes, this book is in 10 language, by the way.
yeah,
English, Spanish, French, Catalan, German, Hindi, Marathi, Hebrew, Italian, published in Japan, and now 11 language coming, publishing 2026 in China, in Taiwan. All that people say not possible, yes. 54,000 copy sold by myself.
yeah. And it's very,
So this is
very
the
well
proof.
written a book. I mean, when
I don't know written, but yes, thanks to Dilip D'Souza, Vibha Kaman, Delphine Mozin, Aina Ponchilupi, these are the angels who did the grammar and spelling, Aina Revilia, Elia Urzat, who did all these things, who believe in this idea, who believe in a words, who believe in a simple manner, how we can put these words to let people to understand. So I really give credit to all these beautiful people who believe in my first steps. First steps is always important.
Yeah.
The rest of the steps automatically will come.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know the vision, but my vision is, my belief is to tell the world, no child has a right to suffer in this planet. I'm not the person who is going to say, save the world. But yes, we all can save the world by saving one life, That is, good is like a God actually. But your good has to be unconditional.
Yeah.
God not exists for me. Good exists.
Yeah.
In a very beautiful manner. As a humanity. And good is so powerful, I tell you 5% of good making this world living. 95% living just worse than animals of this planet. Agar 95% people become good, we build a heaven on this earth. But sadly, 95% is a horrible people. 5% running the world, in my opinion. I don't see 95% shouting, no, don't say like that. Keep quiet. What you do good, you tell me. Don't tell me, Today world, what happened? People are so, no, you should not think like that. You should be. No, I don't think. I'm seeing it. You don't tell me don't think like that. I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Sadly, you don't want to see it. It's just what you learn, you are adding up with the words. अभी क्या हो गया, चैट जीपीटी तो लगा दी ना सबकी. आपको आपको काम करना ही नहीं है, फीलिंग्स है ही नहीं. आपकी फीलिंग्स इमोशन आपने निकाल दिया, चैट जीपीटी को इन्वॉल्व कर दो. आप कुछ भी कॉपी पेस्ट करना है आप डाल दो उधर पे. अभी वही चालू है सबका. कितने एडुकेटेड है हम, कितने स्मार्ट है, वेरी नाइस, करो. लेकिन इमोशन मत करो, इमोशन कनेक्टिव मत हो जाओ. कहीं ना कहीं आप मशीन बन के बैठ जाओगे. कोई आ रहा है, कोई मुंह में डाल रहा है, कोई पीछे से पंप साफ कर रहा है, वही होने वाला है, क्योंकि आपने इमोशन हटा दिया. Because we are smart, right? We are so dumb actually.
Yeah. Like one thing I want to ask you, I mean, is like I've always learned from you that, very often when someone goes through something difficult, the natural impulse. No,
I don't get it.
sorry. I mean, I was saying that sometimes when something bad happens to you, you think you have to do bad to other people to over.
No, I don't believe in that.
But
I believe in a very simple manner.
Yeah.
If someone do bad to you, you do good.
Yeah.
You want to change the circle,
Yeah.
or you want to keep the same circle. You have a choice. If you want to keep the same circle, someone do bad, you do bad. But if you want to see this the circle change, then someone is bad, you do good. That's it. And that's what I believe. More than this, nothing I believe. I could be a criminal, I could be a rapist, I could be a drug seller, I could be a mafia of this country. But I decide no, I don't want to be. Bad happened to me. That was sad. But I cannot blame bad happened because I should do bad. Things happen.
Yeah.
It's okay. Choice we have.
Yeah, and on that note, for everyone tuning into this episode, I highly encourage you come and visit Bombay to Barcelona. I will, I'm.
No, but Abhishek, I appreciate. I tell you, there are beautiful people.
Yeah.
I told you 5% people who are good. Believe me or not, they are amazing. They don't have ego problem. They love our cafe. They love our children. They become part of our families of cafe. They become a strength for our children. They give a respect. They give love. They hug them. And I think it's something important. I know for love, you don't need to tell, come and it's unconditioned. It automatically will happen. When somebody want to do the love and share the love, no need to do it. It will automatically happen. Love isn't like a magnet. It will connect you. It will remain with you. It will go longer because there is no greed involved. It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
See, good has a very long process, Abhishek. Bad doesn't have any process. The good I want to see, maybe I don't see it. Someone else will see it. And the good, what we have done, it took us 15 years of the process. And that's what happened. If I want to do same thing bad, it takes me 2 seconds. But I know good has a long process. And when you're good, be ready to suffer. Because when you're good, you will suffer rest of your life. When you're bad, you will make suffer other people. It's that simple. That's what I learned in my life. I want to be good, and I know I will suffer, and I don't mind. Because I'm strong enough to fight against, If I came so far away, I can go more further, That's it.
Thanks, Amin. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Abhishek.
Giving me this time, and
see you again in the street because we are begging every day, and we're going to beg again for our foundation to be strong. So again, I'm going to start begging and talking to people because not many educate people. Please become a strength. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'll come back to you. Yeah, okay. Let you. It's difficult to find genuinely good people to be unconditioned, not to involve the profit and loss. बहुत कम लोग हैं हमारे देश में जो अच्छा सोचने की ताकत रखते हैं, अच्छे करने की ताकत. It's okay.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amin.
Bye. Take care.